You already had your chicken and vegetables. Alright, so I'm having sushi.
So the cat eats healthier than you. Chicken and vegetables, and you eat junk. So diabetes who for you, Chantal?
Today.
Why are you ripping open the bag? Just take the stuff out of the bag. It's so annoying.
2, 3.
Diabetes who, y'all?
Welcome back to another video.
Amputation arc incoming.
Not. I hate it. Oh, they gave me soy sauce, but I have a cup of light soy sauce, which I don't like, so good. I bought it when I was trying to be super healthy. Anyway, I like the full salt one. Too bad.
That's not funny at all.
Not that I'm not trying to be healthy, but you know what I mean.
Okay. See, and that's the type of thing that I find really annoying and not funny, because you probably have people that are VIBs that follow what you do, Chantal. And wow, you're giving a good example on how to live a healthy diabetic life.
Okay, so this is my favorite sushi. Because they don't use like nori.
That's
seaweed.
not sushi.
They use like a soy wrap. Probably not even totally sushi. Everything is fried and has hot sauce drizzled on. But you know. Alright,
is it actually a soy wrap or is it rice paper?
To business here. Let's talk some stuff. Let's talk some smack. No, I'm kidding. I'm not talking smack.
You know, I don't understand it because Chantal talks about the fresh, her favorite word, food she can get there, and how it just doesn't compare to North America. All that bullcrap that she says. All the fresh seafood she could get living on the Gulf. I'm not talking about like fishermen catching the fish that's close to shore, because that crap is probably polluted. But I'm talking about in the deep sea of the Gulf there. There's probably some really good fish, and they probably have it there available in Kuwait City. I don't understand why you're not eating that fish, Chantal. You're weird.
I'm trying to be a nice human being, so I think a lot of you should try to do the same.
No.
Let's do a nice human being challenge. No, I don't want to be nice, right?
And actually, I'm actually a nice person if you met me. I wouldn't be mean to you, Chantal. I'd probably tell you a few things, but I wouldn't be mean to you.
A lot of you are going to say that because it's cool to be mean. Maybe when
Who
you're
says
16. That? But when you're an adult or a grandma, there's some mean grandmas online, I'm telling you.
I hate to break it to you, honey, but you're 40 years old. You're old enough to be a grandma. So, you need to take a few seats, old lady.
It's just cooler to be nice, okay?
No, it's not.
I'm being mean to my cat by not giving her any, but she had her chicken and vegetables. All right, so that's all done. And I have water to drink. So, bismillah. All right.
Water, amazing.
This is crispy crab and something else.
It's probably fake crab. Disgusting.
This is shrimp.
My personal opinion, those rolls like that, I don't feel that is sushi. I like sashimi, things like that. This is not sushi to me. Sorry.
Fried tempura shrimp with cucumber and carrot.
Yuck.
So I wanted to something was on my mind when I think of sushi.
Your
it reminds
vagina?
me of this sushi place I used to go to with a really close friend of mine.
Who? Pee! Pee! Uh-oh, I scared my dog doing that. It's okay. It's okay, old man Tucker. It's okay. Sorry. My dog got startled.
It was like We would go there pretty often.
The only time you've been in a sushi place that you posted was by yourself. I don't think Pete's was ever with you because he doesn't like food like that. And you were in there by yourself. And I think one of the videos you were passing gas and laughing about it in the sushi, fully packed sushi place. I believe. Somebody probably has that. Somebody will probably post it.
Like an all-you-can-eat sushi place.
I gotta look and see if I have it in the archives.
Where I'm from.
Oh my God.
But they didn't have only sushi. It was like maybe $27. And they would give you a menu. And you write down the items you want, and it's unlimited, all you can eat. Okay? So.
Oh my God. I mean, this is every man's wants. This is every man's desires right here. This one with the excavator jaw. Jesus Christ. I mean, come on. You are disgusting. And I mean, like, at this point, if she's going along with this whole marriage arc or whatever she's doing, let's just say she's been there for over a year in Kuwait, and I know how a lot of my best friend is Muslim. She's Persian. And there's no way in hell how she's eating and behaving is acceptable. Like, come on, Chantal, you've been there for over a year. Can you learn to be feminine? Can you learn some manners? It's disgusting. It's disgraceful. You're an embarrassment. Especially to Canada.
People you're fanning? She's mooning you guys. So anyway, I would usually start off with like tempura shrimp.
Tempura?
It's like deep fried shrimp.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that.
Stuff like that.
Hash browns.
Then you can order noodles, sushi.
What kind of sushi all you can eat place has hash browns? I don't know. Well, I don't know. I've never been in a sushi all-you-can-eat place, so I don't know. Is that a regular thing? I don't know. That sounds kind of odd. So let's eat and say 2 words. Eat, say 2 words.
Baked mussels with cheese on top. By the way. Yes, I'm still injured, but the show must go on.
First of all, you're not injured. You didn't injure yourself in a car accident. You didn't injure yourself doing a triathlon or a marathon. What it is called obesity, Chantal. It's not an injury. It's obesity. And probably diabetic neuropathy, more than likely. That's why they're giving you those vitamin B shots.
So I used to go with this really close friend of mine that I've known for a long time, and like people always ask me, like, do you have friends?
Gee, I wonder why you don't have friends, Chantal. Tell us.
And I realized that a lot of friends I used to hang out with before I had a YouTube, or I mean, at the beginning when I had a YouTube, I still hung around with them, but My friends in Canada, I don't really talk to anymore.
Gee, I wonder why.
Maybe like one or two.
Who? Your mom
On like WhatsApp.
and your sister? Okay, first of all, you're 40 years old. People have telephone numbers. You're not 15 years old. Why are you talking to your alleged friends on WhatsApp? You sound stupid. And not only that, are you trying to be like Amber Lynn with these phantom friends? Making up friends? Wow. How embarrassing. And look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why you don't talk to your friends anymore.
And I realize just how isolating being on YouTube can be. Like for me, in my case, being a YouTuber can
bullshit.
Be. I think
I don't find YouTube being isolating at all. In fact, because I've been on here for a few years, I've met quite a few interesting people, and I've learned so much about people, and I've learned so much about other people's, life stories and traumas that I could relate to. So, if anything, I think YouTube kind of, if you're open to it, expands, the people that you know. But if you're a hermit, probably doesn't work the same for you.
Around the time that, a couple years ago, around the time that I was going through like deep addiction and just like being in an abusive relationship and everything.
First of all, what do you mean going through deep addiction? You are currently still in deep addiction. Your addiction just transfers from one thing to another, Chantal. So calm down. And number two, the abusive relationship. I'd like to make a comment about that. Skeletor El Scammy over there thinks that I owe him an apology. For videos that I've posted about his abuse. And that'll be a cold day in hell before you get an apology from me. What I was saying in that video is that the abuse that Chantal stated was exaggerated. Now, I'm not saying you didn't do anything to her, because you probably did. I just don't think it was to the extent that she stated. And as far as everything else, you're still a convicted felon, and you are still currently having charges on you for SA against May. So you can drop dead.
I kind of started isolating like more and more, and I think just grew. It's not that I necessarily am not friends with them. Nothing happened. We didn't fall out. It's just that I just became so consumed with YouTube, and I think that for them, like, I think even one friend admitted to me, like, it was kind of awkward for them that, like, because they would, like, see, like, for example, I think, like, this one friend tried not to watch my channel because for her, it was kind of awkward, like, it was like, she felt like she would...
I bet I know what the friend probably felt, that your persona on YouTube was different than your persona in reality. And I'm sure that's probably why she found it awkward. Because you're fake.
Invading my privacy just by watching it, because I wouldn't even talk about these things to my friends. I've said that before. I don't like unloading on people in my real life. When I would go out with my friends, I just wanted to have fun, eat sushi, go to a movie.
Because you know why that is, Chantal? You like to unload to people on the internet because they can't talk back to you, and there's no interaction like that, and they can't, in reality, hold you accountable for your disgusting behavior. So that's why you choose to unload your grievances, unload your racism, unload your anti-Semite shit, unload your bigotry, unload your trauma everything on the internet because you don't have to answer to anyone. And if you feel like you have to answer to any of those people, you just block them. That's the way you like it. No accountability.
Go to the mall, talk about anything else. I mean, whenever I was working in an office, we would always just gossip about our work or whatever, you know? But at one point, my channel just became very dark, and I talked about everything with you, with like online with you guys, and I didn't want to talk.
When did your channel become dark? Because from what I remember, because I watched you before the whole Koki Olympics, it was a bunch of random fantasy stories, little crime stories here and there, some controversies here and there. I don't think it was too dark. It didn't really get dark until you started going on Tinder, and that whole arc began. So you didn't have any friends around that time. We didn't see any, at least. The only one that you had around was Pete's. That was it. So I don't know what friends you're talking about. And like I said before, I think you're making friends up like Amberlynn Reed.
More about it to my friends, you know? I don't know. It's just a totally different vibe in real life friends, you know? And we just grew apart. Like, I don't know if that had a lot to do with it, but I think it did have something to do with it because,
maybe you and your friends grew apart because you got so full of yourself thinking that you're this famous YouTuber and your friends didn't like it. Maybe that's what happened, Chantal, because you're a narcissist.
a lot of you know, those people. It's not like I had a ton of friends anyway. I had like maybe 2 really good friends that I don't talk to anymore.
Wow.
I don't know. I haven't heard their side of it. Maybe a little bit, but I know for some friends,
we've heard Shannon's side, and you treated her like shit and stabbed her in the back. We all know the story behind that.
some of them it was like they were also
And you did the same thing to Pete's. So are those the 2 friends you're referring to? Pete's and Shannon.
Trolls, or people would like invade my real life and try to ruin it and stuff, and they were kind of like afraid of that.
First of all, trolls don't invade your real life, and they're not trying to ruin your life. What trolls do is point out your hypocrisies and point out your lies. That's what they do.
You know?
Oh my God. You are disgusting. There is no way that Sala is hitting that. Hell to the no.
And I can say, well, if a friend is not going to want to talk to me just because I'm going through tough things and stuff like this, then they're not real friends. But
okay, first of all, now let's look at that statement. If your friends don't want to talk to you because you're going through rough times, whatever. Okay, what you did to Shannon, literally, you filmed and you posted it. How you dogged her when she needed you and was calling for your help because she wanted her friend of 20 years to be there while she was like literally in the hospital and needed her friend, needed a shoulder to cry on. What did you do? You turned your fucking back because you're selfish. It's all about you, nobody else. Shut up, Chantal. Such
I don't
a
feel
liar.
like I was a real friend either because, like, I didn't do anything really much to maintain the relationships, you know?
Yeah, because you probably wanted them to do it. That's why.
I get like relationship.
And when they got fed up,
burnout.
they bounced. And I recall, I forgot, I think Shannon said it, That you're one of those type of friends that, okay, let's go out on this day. Everybody's looking forward to going out on the town or whatever, and then you would cancel. You're that type of friend that would cancel at the last minute because you're weird like that.
And
Nobody wants to be friends with somebody like that.
thus you grow further and further apart.
You caused that, nobody else.
I think it just started with the time in between connecting with them would go further and further apart.
And whose fault is that?
And,
I honestly don't think it was theirs. I think it's yours. Because you got too full of yourself, literally. And that's why you like it in Kuwait, I think. Because you can kind of control the narrative there. There's nobody really around you that can expose you there except for Glitter Tits. I don't know. Let's just see if he has the balls to do that when shit hits the fan. If he will expose you. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's what he'll do. Maybe he will blackmail you because he seems like a dirty person that would do that type of crap. Let's wait and see. And you better hope Mr. Snowflake didn't get into contact with anybody or anybody got into contact with him
in that way,
spill the beans.
It can be isolating, because I don't have a normal life.
Gee, really? I thought it was normal. Everything says normal about your life.
When you're on social media and you're controversial, you don't have a normal life.
That's not true, Chantal. That's not true. That's not true at all. I have multiple family members who are on social media, and there's no controversies or anything like that with them. So that's a false statement.
And they're totally, have normal lives.
Because they don't do things like you.
I don't know. I think at just some point.
Oh my God, I can't believe she just ate that whole thing. Yeah, throw it on the floor. I'm such a clean person.
I really don't know. I know this looks like a lot of sushi, but I don't find sushi filling at all. I find it's like one of those foods you could just eat and eat.
No, that's actually a lot of rice. If you were to deconstruct all of that, that's a huge amount of rice. You are wrong, Chantal. That's a lot of food.
And not get full? I don't know. Why?
Because your mind is, your brain is wired weird.
I get full eating rice, but not when it's in sushi form.
Like I said, your brain is wired differently. Because what's going on is you're thinking, oh, it's low calorie. I can eat a lot of it. So you've tricked your brain into thinking that.
Also, with mental illness, you don't...
Oh, Lord, mental illness card. Here we go.
...have the emotional, the energy at all, sometimes, to talk to anybody.
That's called obesity.
So the people I do have in my life now understand that.
Sure. Sure they do. Keep telling yourself that. Oh, now you decide to cover your yap? I'm sorry. I could not go out to dinner with this one. The way she eats and pauses in between sentences, I would get up and walk. I can't. Not only like just the mouth shoving of the food with the excavator jaw, but the pauses in between. It's like, get to your point. It's so annoying.
I cannot have needy friends.
Says the neediest one of them all.
But friendships do need work. Like any relationship.
You know, friendships, from my experience, really don't need work. If you guys are, really good friends and have shared a lot of memories and you know each other, I know it doesn't take any kind of work at all. You guys, hang out, fit in together well. So no, never had that experience, Chantal. Marriages take work, on the other hand, because that's more of um like a business, I guess you could say, because it's dealing with money, property, children, all of that kind of thing. So marriages take work, but you wouldn't know anything about that because you have no equity, you have no property, you have no children, you have no business, you have no money.
You have to put in. And I have nothing to give right now.
Wow. So I guess you're giving nothing to your marriage.
Nada.
Jesus. Every man's fantasy, every man's desire. Sitting right there. In a gaming chair eating 5 pounds of rolls. Moo. Moo.
So? Yeah. But we used to go to the sushi place a lot. And I miss those dinner dates.
Sure.
But at this point, if we got together again, it would be so...
Nobody wants to hang out with you.
There's just so much that's happened in my life.
Do you think anybody watching these eating videos of you is actually going to consider going to a public restaurant with you and eating? You would probably, like, literally, you would probably, if you went to an all you can eat place, you would probably get kicked out.
Online? Since then? I wouldn't even know where to start.
Jeez. Just shove it right in there. Shove it in with them Vienna sausage fingers.
Actually, in real life with my friends, I'm a good listener. I don't like to even talk about myself.
You're probably a good listener. You're probably a good listener because you want to get all that gossip, because in turn, it gives you something to talk about because there's nothing going on in your life. So you're going to use their gossip to make yourself be relevant. You know, we call people like you a yenta, gossip lady.
The person I used to go out with for sushi, I would look forward to them talking about themselves to get my mind off my own problems.
Sure. Okay.
And she had a way of storytelling. She's a writer, actually, so she has a very good storytelling.
Is this Amberlynn Reed?
ability. And she would talk. Sometimes we would go out and just go out for dinner and then go to a cafe and just talk. She would talk for hours. And I would never get bored of listening to her. Never. Because she was so interesting the way she would tell her view on something, you know?
Is this a
That's the
Lifetime
difference
movie?
between a good
This
storyteller
this is
and
not your
somebody who's
life.
just boring. Like, for example,
When has Chantal ever talked about a friend that she spent, you know, hours with in a cafe, sipping coffee, sharing stories, just hours and hours. It's all bullshit. It's a lie. She's literally probably watched a Lifetime movie and she's just repeating what she saw.
if you have something that happened, oh, this guy got, I don't know, something happens in the news, It can be the most mundane thing, but the way she would talk about it and give her spin on it and her insight, it made it interesting.
Oh my God. Man, this is going to go right down there with one of the most disgusting food videos you've ever posted, Chantal. With shoving them rolls right in that face hole. Jeez. So. Mouthful of food.
One piece left and I feel like I've eaten nothing.
Oh my God.
I swear, I don't know. It's so weird.
That's horrible and embarrassing.
But I know I have, so I'm just gonna eat this, give it time.
You are disgusting.
Oh. The tempura cut the roof of my mouth.
How is that normal at all? Tempura, whatever, it's tempura. How is tempura gonna cut the roof of your mouth? Sounds like you have some type of gum disease going on in that mouth. Better go to the dentist. Gums.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I think too I would isolate myself from these. I didn't want to talk about anything. There was so much drama in my life. I didn't want to talk about it.
What drama? What drama was in your life? What drama, Chantal?
With them, I think it would be awkward. I don't know. But for some reason, we grew apart. The more I was on YouTube, and
because you're famous.
A lot of that's my fault. It's probably 50-50.
I would say probably about 99 to 1%.
Friendships are relationships. Friendships, romantic relationships, whatever. So
it's not the same.
And I think it's because a lot of the things I would open up to you guys about, like the TMIs, are things I never really talked about with my real life friends.
Because you don't want to be accountable.
Some things yes, some things no. Especially how I'm deeply feeling about something. I just always found it easier to do that on camera. It's so weird than face to face with someone.
That says a lot about you.
People being anonymous online and saying what they want. People feel comfortable coming here calling me a fat piece of crap. They would never say that to my face.
Oh, maybe man, I would say more than that to your face.
Yeah.
100.
Most people feel more confident when they're anonymous,
You're one of those.
Anyway, I guess that's it. For my dinner, that was really good. I haven't had sushi in a while, but I don't like the raw fish stuff. I don't like it. I like cooked fish, but if it's really fishy, no. So if it's raw, it's fishy. I don't know.
It's not fishy at all.
People say if it's supposed to be really high grade quality, it's not. It still is.
No, it isn't. So obviously,
in the ocean you can smell the fish. So
no, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
That's not true.
Raw fish is just too too intense of a flavor for me or the texture alone, the mushy texture. No.
You eat
Nope.
fish multiple times.
No offense.
That makes no sense to me. You're going to say all this stuff about fish, but you eat one of the most disgusting farmed pieces of fish, tilapia. It's a freaking bottom feeder. Probably eating poop and God knows what on the bottom of the seafloor. You eat that crap, right? That's okay. You make no sense, Chantal.
Anyway, I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to be doing a video talking about another important topic I want to talk about soon. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be out tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, so that was horrible watching her eat those multiple rolls, shoving them literally with her Vienna sausage fingers into her mouth because she couldn't get it in fast enough. Yeah, Chantal, I call BS on the entire friend story. The only two friends that you have proved that you have had are Shannon and Pete. So those are obviously the friends that you're talking about. Nobody's going to buy this cafe story of you sitting for hours with some phantom friend listening to her stories in a cafe. BS. You don't have any friends because of your horrible personality. You don't have any friends because you're a narcissist and it has to be about you. Everything is about you. And how many people do you think are going to stay around in your life when you behave like that? When everything has to be all about you, all attention on you? Nobody. That's why you have no friends. So that's all I have to say about this train wreck. So I'll see you when I see you guys. Bye.